What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review live from my hometown of Chicago, Illinois. And why did I not go to this Raw? Because it is not worth going to Monday Night Raw or even watching Monday Night Raw. Then again, Raw's been shipped for so long now, I would not even spend my own hard-earned money to go to this show. Maybe if they hijack the show with CM Punk chance, but that's still not gonna do enough for me. And I hope everybody had a great Christmas out there if you did have one. Happy holidays to you. Hope you enjoyed yesterday. Really, really good day. Really warm day for me in my neck of the woods for Chi-Town and stuff. But yeah, hope everybody had a great Christmas out there. But let's kick it off with Raw, which is I guess now the last Raw of the year technically. As Stephanie McMahon came out talking about happy holidays to everybody and Mick Foley deserved a night off. Next thing you know, the CM Punk chant started, and we knew this was gonna happen because this is Punk's town. This is Chicago. We're gonna chant his name no matter what. But she, as they chanted, she pretty much kind of held up her watch. Said, "Let's see if you can keep it up for 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and you'll last longer than Punk did." Once again, just taking a shot, which is almost 3 months too late after CM Punk lost that fight back in UFC. Now, some people are gonna like it what she said about him taking the shot. Cause me, I didn't expect this. As soon as she said that, it looked like she made fans shut the fuck up, kind of after saying the CM Punk chants. Which I'm surprised. I will say this here: they did chant it more and more, but they should have been hijacking the show, especially for this one. And listen, Chicago, we're gonna chant CM Punk no matter what. Funny how she can talk about him getting knocked out. That was over 3 months ago and stuff, and how long that fight lasted. Which I'm surprised they took a shot at that late. But then again, Raw's been so bad. Then again, I'm sorry to say then again a lot, but Raw's already been horrible for so long. It just doesn't even make sense. And then again, as soon as Punk left this company, that's when shit started to hit the fan, especially in 2014. 15 too, if you want to count it. Then again, it wasn't that great for WWE for 2016 either. Especially for Monday Night Raw and how horrible that's been since the beginning of the year. And I can only count 2 Raws that were really good. The one after the draft and the one the night after WrestleMania. And Shane McMahon returning. But that's pretty much it. Because Raw's been that horrible. So, either way, Chicago, people gonna support CM Punk no matter what. I'm sure Punk is not gonna care anyways if somebody tells him this because he hasn't watched the show. I doubt if he'll react, but then again, they just want to take shots at him. We know how WWE is very petty. They're still trying to get that case going with CM Punk and stuff with the whole doctor thing. So, them saying, oh, 2 minutes and 15 seconds at the UFC, I'm surprised they didn't use that a long time ago on Raw. But they said they did, well, not Raw, but they did the thing when Ziggler and Miz had that match at No Mercy, and they did a side-by-side clip where they pretty much did the entire fight right there in the ring, copied it. We'll just take a shot at Punk because he lost that quick out there and choked out in UFC. So, we knew this was going to happen. And people are going to support Punk. That said that he was assholes, and some people loved it. And we just pretty much make CM Punk, jokes and everything with him getting KOs. What's he going to do about it? He's going to do nothing. I don't know. I'm kind of on the CM Punk side with this one. It's Chi-Town, so whatever. But I'm not really surprised she took that shot, but she was 3 months too late taking that shot. But she did kind of make the crowd shut up then. But after that, Seth Rollins came out and pretty much asked her if he brought Triple H's manhood back, pretty much. Which he's still looking for Triple H. Seth Rollins is there to be there, and where's Hunter's snowballs? Are they in your purse or whatever? And Stephanie talked to I guess I talked about Triple H's management that he's not here tonight. But Rollins says he wants to face him. Why don't you tell him to stop hiding behind that suit and tell him to get in the ring in? But he came out for a fight tonight. and he wanted a match against Braun Strowman until Roman Reigns came out, which people did chant CM Punk again. We don't have a problem with chanting CM Punk, especially at Reigns. I'm sure anybody would want that chant at Reigns. But Stephanie went on to say, tonight, let's do it, let's do it. Because Rollins and Reigns says, we'll take out Strowman right now. We'll do it Shield style. And Stephanie said, yeah, the Shield. And you know what? SmackDown's going to be in Chicago tomorrow night. Why don't we bring the Shield back? As the fans chanting yes, but she says, nope, you're not getting it. But it will be Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman tonight. So, I don't know. I don't think the Shield is ever going to come back tomorrow night anyways on SmackDown. So, I doubt that was really going to happen. But the New Day then went against Cesaro and Sheamus for the Tag Team Championships. Pretty good match. Sheamus and Cesaro retained, especially with the bro kick on Xavier Woods in midair. I'm sorry, my mind is slipping a little late. Had some tea, so I'm a little bit tired. But pretty much tried to go for the arm roll, and Sheamus bro kicked him in midair, taking him out. So it was a pretty good tag team match. Goldberg will be on the show next week. Braun Strowman was just scaring a whole bunch of people until Owens and Jericho showed up, telling them that, they tell him that Reigns and Rollins been talking about you. Yeah, you know what happened next week, right? You know what happened. You got to take him out. You got to take him. We heard about those rumors about you. And Strowman pretty much walked off after that, looking at them. So they were pretty much trying to trick Braun Strowman, just being funny. I'm talking about, like, squash him down, man. We don't be on the list of Strowman, squash him down, man. But I guess they just told him that, hey, you gotta take it out of Rollins. He's been talking all this stuff about you. Goldust and Truth running back, talking about greatest Scrooge until Bayley showed up. And this was actually a bit of a very sentimental moment, and I don't really have a problem with this part. But Bayley giving Goldust a bear with the Dusty Rhodes polka dots on them, and pretty much thanking him what his father did, that she learned a lot from Dusty, and she gave him that bear, which is really very, very sentimental, I will say that. But then it looked like they set up for a throwaway tag team match later on with Gallows and Anderson coming out now saying nerds just to get over. But then again, those two have never been over ever since they got on this roster. It makes no sense. And pretty much Anderson ripped off the bear and walked away as Goldust looked pissed in. I am a little surprised that they used kind of Dusty right there to set up a throwaway tag team match later on. Nia Jax, who came out the Crickets, went against Scarlett. I don't know who she was, but I think she was a local indie wrestler. I heard she was a Ring of Honor, so I don't know that much about her, Scarlett. But she pretty much came out, and I don't know what Scarlett will talk about. Sasha Banks was her role model. So Nia Jax pretty much squashed her, which once again the crowd barely reacted. No one looked like they reacted through this whole thing. And then she cut a promo saying like maybe she get a better role model and leg dropped her, then left. As Cole for some reason said she was gone with the wind. I don't know why he did that, but I don't know. That's a lot of people have a problem with that "Gone with the Wind" reference. But Nia Jax, she just came out to fucking crickets. Like, just nothing was there. Nothing. Charlotte was shaking hands with Stephanie in the back until Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho came in. And, tonight, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens again, folks. Even though they're fighting at the Royal Rumble for the U.S. title tonight. As Owens says, we are going to become the U.S. Championship tonight. Bayley came out, which it wasn't a lot of Bayley chancery. I thought Bayley would be more over in Chicago, but it looked like it was very. Let me say this here: the crowd kind of got dead after the first 45 minutes of the show. After 45 minutes to an hour, that's where the crowd just kind of started losing interest. I don't know what I say entrance for. As Bayley said, she loves Chicago. As if they wake up the crowd. And Christmas came early because she pinned Charlotte to become the #1 contender. until Charlotte came out saying like, no, 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 my shoulder was up. So let's set the record straight. That loss is now expunged pretty much, since she went to a lawyer and everything. As it looked like they switched that around at the last second to do something, and it would be a rematch right now. Even though we saw these two last week, with Dana Brooke being the referee. Why, I don't know. I don't know. Bailey just for some reason was not really over tonight. Like she was over, but yeah, like just like almost like just a good reaction. Usually she was more over than this, especially in NXT. So like the fans were cool with her, but it just wasn't like NXT people go insane for her and stuff. She went against Bailey. Well, Bailey went against Charlotte again, which there was another referee did come out, but Dana Brooke got back in, and she pretty much lost with a roll up. Charlotte got it, and I don't know. The match just happened. It's like it is what it is. So it's kind of like whatever. Dana Brooke, I almost forgot she was still on TV at one point, but she's back to being Charlotte's sidekick again because there's not a lot of women on this show anyway, and it's been the same with just Sasha and Charlotte salons. I almost forget there's other women on the roster. Strowman was choking some dude in the back until Stephanie had to call him off, and Stephanie tells like, you will get Sami Zayn next week, and he won a last man standing match. So that was going to happen. Neville came out to go against TJ Perkins. Austin Aries back on commentary for Cruiserweights. Neville pretty much won. Well, pretty much with a roll after Perkins tried to go for that knee bar thing, but Neville pretty much got the roll up after that and won the match. And he pretty much was interviewed saying that he is the king of the Cruiserweights, and he talked about Americans and everything. You were insulting my accent, saying I'm too bland for television, and everybody said, what chance? Which I'm not surprised really. So he's going to beat the Cruiserweight Championship tomorrow night on 205 to prove that he is king of the Cruiserweights. So I don't know. Neville, I don't know. Some people are gonna say kind of almost like a cheap heat type of way of just blame the Americans and stuff for what they've done, but I don't know. It was okay, but Neville's doing better in the heel role he's doing right now. People are somewhat believing him, but it looked like it was a way of a cop-out right there just to say we're going to blame the Americans for what they did. They did this. Enzo and Cass came out as Big Cass rode Enzo in a wheelchair. And, he got his degree in Certified G University, and Rusev and Jinder Mahal are just chickens, pretty much. And Cass called him out to a fight, and he says, why don't you come out right now and finish the job and you try to do to me. So sometimes I do feel like Enzo is very, I'm not saying something, not Enzo, but Cass sounds like, some say he sounds like a robot on the mic, a very monotone or somewhat scripted. I don't know. Cass is good on the mic when he is. He's not the greatest talker, but sometimes he does sound like a robot. Next thing you know, Rusev and Jinder Mahal came out as Enzo pretty much got off his wheelchair and pulled down Jinder Mahal, and Cass pretty much went after Rusev then as they pretty much cleaned house and got him out of the ring after that. So at least they were able to trick the heels, I guess, this week. Because for the past 2 weeks, especially that horrible segment last week with Enzo has been tricked like a moron into believing he's going to bang Lana's wife, and not Lana's wife, bang Rusev's wife, and being part of this stupid sensitivity training. Which some still think that Enzo is the heel because he's trying to fuck a married man's wife. And he's just only defending his wife. So, at least they didn't look like idiots this week, and they got some payback on the heels. The Shining Stars went against Bo Dallas and Darren Young with Bob Backlund, which is still there, but Braun Strowman came out and beat the living crap out of all of them and threw a steel steps at all three of them. Look, they didn't even connect when they just pushed it. The fans started to chant, "Thank you, Strowman, thank you, Strowman," and Strowman chants, which I don't know if he just turned face right there and that. Some people think they just send out Strowman to interrupt these horrible matches so he can get cheered, really. maybe you can get some applause even if you can take out these horrible matches that come on TV. So Strowman pretty much destroyed them, and the fans pretty much thanked them for that. Then he went against Seth Rollins, which pretty much ended up with a DQ since Sami Zayn came from somewhere in the crowd after his music hit and attacked Braun Strowman all over the place. He pretty much ran off then, which was another funny thing also. When they went into the crowd, Braun Strowman literally knocked some dude almost to the side. I guess when he was trying to take a picture. Just knocked him, just ran in football tackle the dude. Right after that, Jericho came out and attacked Seth Rollins and pretty much code breaker him 2 times. As Owens was watching, say that we're going to become the U.S. champion tonight, since it is for the U.S. title. That him and Jericho will be the U.S. champion and Universal champion. So, Strowman was destroying out there. We'll see how this goes next week with the last man standing match between him and Sami Zayn. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll find out and see. Emelina, which I do not care about if she comes next week or not. With this, she's coming next week. She's premiering soon. I don't care anymore, so I'm just going to move on from that. I've kind of given up on that now. It's like I said, it's like Boris Clay when they played his promo for weeks. Next thing you know, he's in a dancing gimmick. I don't know what this gimmick is. Maybe it's a swerve. I don't know. Should never change to Evil Limo. So this whole thing became a running joke now at this point. The Golden Truth went against the Club, which ended very quick with Gallows and Anderson getting the pin on. Was it Goldust he got the pin on? Yeah, it was Goldust he got the pin on, and this is just a throwaway match. I don't know why they wasted time for this. I don't know if they'll do another match next week, but then again, the Club does nothing. Really, I don't see what they do. They've been buried for so long. I don't know what to say about those two at this point. But they won a match over Goldust and Truth, so Rich Swann was going to go against Daivari, which was also kind of strange that when Swann was coming to the ring, I guess Noam Dar was now talking to Dana Brooks. So I was like, wait. It's almost like kind of, wait a minute. First you were trying to chase after Alicia Fox. Now are we going to get that you want to go with Dana Brooke now? Are you trying to go with both? I don't know what to do with Noam Dar, but we'll see. But Rich Swann made quick work of Daivari, and then he cut a promo saying that Neville's still one of the best athletes, but he said if Neville wants to fight, we'll fight. As Neville started attacking Swann and pretty much hit a red arrow after that. So I guess I don't know if it's the title tomorrow. No, this is the non-title tomorrow. Hopefully also 205 goes better tomorrow night. It's Chicago. It's Wrestling City. Let's hope the crowd doesn't walk out on them tomorrow night like they've done with the other after SmackDown shows with 205, with the crowd being quiet, because SmackDown's going to have a really stacked card tomorrow night. Next, pretty much right after that, Daivari was talking to back and he blamed Jack Gallagher and called him a scoundrel again, which Jack Gallagher came up and says, "You calling me a scoundrel? I'm going to give you a chance to retract that slander. And you know what? I challenge you to a duel." He pretty much took out a glove and slapped him, since he was more like Aaron Burr than Alexander Hamilton. So, what? I got 10 minutes. 5 minutes. Shit, now I almost lost my train of thought. I was distracted for a second. But Jack Gallagher, I'm losing my voice too because I got a sore throat. Jack Gallagher pretty much went on to say that he challenged him to a duel tomorrow night with a glove. A gentleman's duel. I don't know what that is, but we shall see what they do tomorrow night in this gentleman's duel. Roman Reigns went against Kevin Owens again for the U.S. title, which there were CM Punk chants throughout this match, and I don't think the crowd was into it that much. Maybe near the end, which wasn't a bad match. But with Roman Reigns beating Kevin Owens, I'm not even sure if I want to say clean or not. Because Chris Jericho did interfere, but Rollins came out and distracted him and pretty much pedigreed Jericho, and Owens kicked Rollins, and then he got distracted, and then he got speared. So, and then after that, Reigns and Rollins pretty much beat up Jericho and Owens, almost like they did at Roadblock instead of putting them through tables this time. And they pretty much left them in the ring, and that was the end of the show. But I don't see why they would do this match again. And yeah, I don't know if this is true or not, but what I've looked up in the past month, and if this is the entire month of this, Roman Reigns has beaten Kevin Owens 9 times in a row, and Kevin Owens has 1 win. And that was because of the pay-per-view, I believe, a Roadblock. So if that's true, I don't know. Listen, Kevin Owens has been a joke ever since he got that Universal Championship. Like I said before, he's Chris Jericho's sidekick. And some say that him and Jericho come off as upper mid-carders than main eventers, really. So it's almost like they're not even the main eventers. Maybe because of some say because of the comedy skits they do all the time. They're more of a comedy team, and they're not really threats. But I don't know why we have to see Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho, not Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens again, even though we're seeing them at the Royal Rumble. And I don't even know if that's a clean win, and we're doing this, like, why are we doing this? Especially for the U.S. title, we know this is just another way to make Roman look strong, folks. Make him look strong, even though, which was also stupid. And I know Kevin Owens did this, and even Rollins, but they tried to cut out Rollins, him doing the crotch chop on Kevin Owens. I don't know why they have to edit out the crotch chops. Some people suck it. Y'all done it for years. Screw PG, but it's almost like what is the point with Raw? I don't know. Some say I don't know. Raw was probably good for the first 45 minutes, but then it just hit the fan and kind of got boring throughout the night. Really, which the crowd kind of seemed dead. And I would say Raw could be better in the next year for 2017, but with Vince and Dunn, if they can make stuff more horrible than it already is, I feel like Raw's been bad for almost 3 years now, ever since Punk left. So it's a lot bad with this show. It's horrible. Raw's horrible. But tomorrow night in Chicago, which is a very stacked card, a wild card for SmackDown, you get AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship. Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Championship. A fatal 4-way tag team match between the Wyatts, Slater and Rhino, the Usos, and American Alpha for the Tag Team Championships. And the return of John Cena on SmackDown. So we have a very, very, very stacked card for SmackDown tomorrow night, which should be a better show. But Raw, crowd looked like they were just kind of dead or quiet, or they just did not care what was going on this show tonight. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.